Welcome back, everybody. It's day 9 of flower today, and every day we're getting that crazy stretch. Look at that Verde skunk. Look how the lowers have just gone crazy. I mean, look at that. These things are extreme. It almost look like that land race that we had in here last time. And here's the top. And then you got the baby, which we probably should just cut out. Probably not, it's going to get overshadowed in the long run. But I can't do it. I'm just going to let it go. Leave the roots. Let the roots grow. You can see this is the other Verde. Same thing. Big long branching. Tops over here. Trying to get these to come on up next. But these two here were really short and stocky. And then you've had this one here, and then look at the branching on this one here. These are all Verde skunks. So look at the branching on that. All from the lower branches. This is from us pruning it. Letting these branches come on up. Here's the top. Here's the other lower. Here's another lower from the Verde. And then we come over here to the Grape Gushers times Peach Pistils. And you can see that this one here also has got those lower branches coming on out. Probably good to go ahead and take this big one too. There we go. Chop and drop. Everything's looking really good. Nice and thinned out. Come over here, and we're keeping an eye on these 4 here for males. Day 10, I'm still not seeing anything. Or day 9, excuse me. Keep an eye on all these. Now I know there's a way you can tell, like I think, by the way these come up when they first shoot out. If they're both like, I think, I'm not positive. I think one's supposed to be shorter than the other. Yeah, the way leaf. But I know once we see white pistils, but there are ways of telling. That one looks a little different. Does that look like a nut down there to you? Or is that a white hair? Hard to see. We'll just let them go until we know for sure. I don't take no chances. You know when you see nuts, and you know when you see white hairs. So there's no reason to try and guess. Just wait, and they'll show themselves soon enough. See, we're getting all these lowers to come up. Key Walker Kush. Is that lower? You think that's the top. That's not the top. That's the top right there. Got some massive leaves. Go ahead and take this one down here. We don't need that. And got a great smell. A funky Kush smell, that's for sure. Let's say right now the from me doing the plucking and just going off of the smell and the stickiness of the plants. Really depends on what you like, but the strongest plants right now are definitely the Kush, and at this stage the Grape Gushers by OK Calyx times the Peach Pistols. These right here are insanely terpy from the get-go, like all throughout veg. Every time here's a good example of leaves touching. Every time I've plucked a leaf and smelt it, it's just been primo. But check this leaf, check out the moisture trapped underneath those leaves. That's where powdery mildew is going to come from. That's where you're going to get problems. This is why we need good airflow, so where these leaves don't overlap and lay on one another. Trap that humidity in there, and you get that moisture pocket. And that's where bad things happen. So we just pluck off. This is a pretty simple solution. I am seeing a little bit of pest pressure over here, just on these leaves. Look like thrips or leaf miners. This is something that we deal with in here. Seems to be something that the black soldier flies and the wasps and things just can't keep up with right now anyway. Man, that thing is thick. Just gonna open up that hole down there a little bit. And there we go. I think that's all we need to do with these today. Let's go check on turtles and fish, shrimp. I've seen tons of shrimp. See them through the light there? Bunch of babies all throughout the creek. See them all the way up here. There he is. They're just chilling everywhere. Look at it. Babies everywhere. Pretty cool to see. Up in the top of the creek is where they really are, especially where that dehu water is dripping down, that fresh water is dripping down into that top layer there. There's like 100 of them in there. And then we've got these fools down there plucking off the algae. That cooter. Nope, cooter's on top here. Scooter's the one down there at the bottom plucking on the log. Oh, there's Plinko. Really got to get me an underwater camera. What do you guys think? Y'all just want food. That's all you want. Alright, we'll give it a couple minutes here. Let's get things moving in there. It's just difficult to get this camera to focus past the grass and everything else. pooter down there. Come on up here. There you go. Get your little nugget. And there's about 200 gallons of water in here, and then probably another, I don't know, 25 to 30 in the creek, with the depth of the creek and the, you know. So yeah, there's probably 200 to 250 gallons of water in here at any given time. So it's plenty of room for the turtles and fish. We've only got, you know, one big goldfish, and that's Pooter. We've also got Plinko, which is our algae eater, which I think we just saw shoot off over there. He'll get big, but that's okay. Let him get big. Plenty of room for everybody. And then we've got these plants. We've got some, looks like watercress. That's watercress. We planted some of this when we built Digger's platform here. We've got Marco's Pass going up into there. And Digger is dug in up underneath the Monstera here. He's up in there, dug in deep. He's probably a good 4 or 5 inches down in the ground. And he'll hibernate there until next spring. And we've got these Maybellines from Bent Wizard. I believe this is a Maybelline, and this is a Alpha Skunk. This is an Alpha Skunk. And this is another Maybelline, I believe, from Bent Wizard, which we didn't expect anything from these. Just a little getting some roots down into the system here and letting them do their thing. They're not getting any light. Well, I'm getting a little bit, just the residual light that's coming over here. It's only like 150 ppfd, which is not much. Over here we are got the Grandmaster set at 100. We've got 2 channels running right now. So we're running the cool white and warm white, 100% on both, and then we're going to dial it down to the ppfd that we want, which is right now at 25% at 306 watts, and that's giving us 500 to 510-ish on the ppfd meter, and the DLI is, you know, right in the good zone. I think it's like 4.9. I'm not familiar with the DLI so much as the ppfd. I'm just more concerned with the intensity. The intensity will dial in your DLI. So as long as you've got that, your intensity right, your DLI should be pretty close. Well, you don't have to worry about that too much. I'm going to go down here and pluck some of these little things off down here. They don't need to be there. They come right off. Leave that one. And that's all we got for today, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is growing like crazy. Dog fennel, we had to cut that back. I'm just going to have to continue to cut that back. Elephant ears are still going to have to continue to cut those back. And these alpha skunks over here are finally starting to stretch a little bit. They've got a weird feel. It's like a velvet leaf. It's weird. And you see that red stripe. Never seen that before. Both of them have it. So, not much of a smell. I will say that. They'd have a weird, like, It's a weird smell. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I say weird, and when I say weird, it's earthy, but it's like almost like a vanilla earth. It's got a almost a sweet, earthy smell. It's kind of weird. So I'm kind of waiting to see how that turns out, how that progresses into what it's going to be. But I appreciate everybody following along. I hope everybody has a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.